Ghetto Bible Study. We're in Proverbs 2, verses 1 through 11, and the title of today's message is The Good Results of Wise Words. Proverbs 31. Learn what I teach you, my son, and never forget what I ask you to do. Listen to my wise words and try to understand them. Yes, do not stop asking for wise words. Do not stop asking until you understand. I ask for understanding.
I ask
to understand her.
I want.
Sometimes I do,
Sometimes I do.
and sometimes I don't.
Sometimes I don't.
But God says,
The God says,
do not stop asking
do not stop asking
until
until
I understand.
I understand.
So I won't stop asking until I understand.
Until I understand.
Look for wisdom as you would look for silver. Look for it as for valuable stones that someone has hidden under the ground. So you will know how to be afraid of the Lord. It's something that you have to learn how to be afraid of the Lord. And you'll learn about God. Having a healthy fear of God is a good thing, but it's something that you have to learn. It's crazy. It's like, why do you have to learn to be afraid of something or someone, and how is that good? Well, if your kids are not afraid of you, then they're not afraid of any consequences to anything that they do. So they will wild out because they won't get in trouble. There's no consequence. There's no punishment. There's no discipline. So if we don't have that type of healthy fear from our parents, then how are we going to understand to have that healthy fear of God? And if we don't have that, if we're not taught that, then we gonna be out here wilding out. And that's not good. That's not good for us. And that's not good for anybody. So I like that this proverb says that it's something that has to be taught. And once again, it starts with us parents. We got to teach to our children. 1, to have a healthy fear of us. And 2, to have a healthy fear of God. Because God sees the things that we don't see. God can see underneath the surface. That's way further than the level of protection that a parent can provide. It's way further than anything we can do for our kids. God can do more, like this house. I got this house. I never knew that it was on fire until the surface was removed. But guess who knew? God did. Nothing's hidden from him. And so I would make decisions based off of what I see. And we don't want to teach that to our children. In fact, we want to teach them to have faith in someone more powerful and bigger and stronger than what they see, so that they don't get themselves into traps or into situations that they didn't know about. This house was on fire. Had I known that, I could have used that as leverage. Probably could have got it for a little bit cheaper. Could have done things differently. Maybe I wouldn't have got it at all. And maybe that's why God hid it from me. But once again, we have to teach our children to have that healthy fear of God. Because all that is respect. And in the long run, it protects us. And it guides us along this journey that we call life. It's the Lord who says wise words. He helps us to understand the things that are too difficult for us. He helps us to know what we need to know. He helps good people to be wise, and he keeps honest people safe. He keeps people safe who are fair to other people, and he watches over those people who obey him. Listen to me so you will know what is right. You will know what are true and fair words. You will know what you should do. Man, you know how often I have to admit I don't know what I'm doing or I don't know what to do. I can't imagine not having God's guidance and God's words to tell me what to do when I just don't have a clue. Now, there are points in life or, times in life where, I know what I'm doing. I'm pretty seasoned at this. I got this. Like potty training the third time around. It's fairly easy, but I come across so much stuff, especially being out here in the country, that I just don't know what I'm doing. And in this new environment with my husband 2,000 miles away, I just don't know what I'm doing. So I call on God's Holy Spirit. I read God's words because I need direction daily. It's 1,000 things that's running through my mind that I need to do. You need to
what
search on the
school
toilet.
are
You need
kids
to wipe her
going to
butt.
go to?
But Malachi
Can we
got to pee
afford
at the
Christian
same time,
schools?
and MJ is calling for your attention to
How
come
much
watch
is it
this
going to
part
cost
of the show, because
for
that's
private
the only way he
education?
expresses love. He won't say he loves you. He won't hug
Will
you.
MJ do
He won't kiss
online
you,
learning
but the way
this
he
year?
show love is to watch one of his favorite shows with
We
him. So
know
don't miss out
our
on that.
kids
He's a
are not getting
9-year-old, and it's important
vaccinated.
to your 9-year-old
Will the baby
son.
ever
So
be
we gonna
able
go
to
ahead and do that
attend
right now.
California
But,
for
the
checkups
dog
and
just
evaluations
pooped in the
since
other
our
room, and you gotta
lives?
clean
Half
that up
of it
because
is
it's gonna
still
stain
time
the
to pay
floors
for the
that you just
carpets.
put down, and they
Will
need
our
to talk to
house
their dad.
ever
So,
be done?
he's calling right now. You need to pick up
Can
this
we at
phone
least
call
more
and
money
join
our
to
new
finish the
home
project
together
that's in the
and our
hospital.
family?
It's very important because you have to show right
What are we
now
gonna do?
that you love
Do I
him,
take
you
up a
care for him,
second
he's
job
so far
full
away,
time
just to
and
balance out our
Mama's on her
lives?
way,
And
how
so
can our
the house
family
needs to look
survive
like
being
it's in order, like you
separated?
got it together, daughter, wife, my child. Just listen to me. With all of that that's going on, just listen to me, and I will help guide you through it. And it'll be so good that you'll look back and you won't be overwhelmed by life, but you'll actually enjoy it if you would just listen to me. You can walk on the waves instead of drowning in them. Just listen to me. You will become wise, and you will have pleasure in the things that you understand. That's what I want. I want to receive the pleasure in parenting. Your good thoughts and the things that you understand will help you. They will be like someone who is watching over you to keep you safe. So good thoughts will help me. Understanding would help me. And that's God's way of looking out for me, watching over me, and keeping me safe. That's how God helps me.